Could you be any more New England, Daniela? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Daniela. So if you guys don't know me and this is your first time on my channel, my name's Daniela and I am a part-time reseller. I sell on Poshmark and eBay and Tradesy and the Real, but not the Real right now. So that's what this video is going to be about. I made the decision last Sunday. So I made the decision last week that I was going to email the Real and I was going to pull items that were marked at 50% off or higher. So I had done some research maybe a few days before, and I noticed that some of the items that I sent to them, which I have sent quite a few, that's what all this is. There's about 3 bags filled with stuff. Everything that I've sent to them, I want to say probably had 300 items there, and I probably got 200 of it back. So anything that was 50%, 60%, or 70%, I requested for the Real to send it back to me. So super simple. This is so weird. Sorry, talking with my hat and everything. So all I did was I emailed consignment relations within the app, and I just let them know, hey, you know, those items that are marked at 50% or higher, I really would like them back. I just don't see it being useful or being on your platform if I'm only going to be making $5 to $10 from it. I can be making more, especially right now. This was my thought process. Right now, we're not able to go out as we typically do to go sourcing. This now gives me a bunch of inventory for me to go through again, and it's like receiving new items. I didn't anticipate to receive as many boxes as I did. But anyway, so I sent that email. They responded within 24 hours. I want to, maybe even less. They responded. They said, absolutely, no problem. We're so sorry. We hope you can sign with us again. And, you know, I did let them know that I do plan on consigning again. It's just right now, I just want to pull these items at 50% off or higher. I probably still have another 50, 60 items, maybe a little bit more, that are still at the Real. And they'll stay there. Once they hit 50% off though, I'm probably going to pull them. And I'm not sending them anything right now. So all of this stuff's going to stay with me, which is so hypocritical of me, right? Like I got rid of all of my inventory. I did all these reseller boxes for people, and now I just got a bunch of inventory back. Anyway, this is an experiment for me, right? I just wanted to see what it would be like. So I'm not going to go through all of this. I'll show you a few pieces as to what was there and what it was priced at with the, excuse me, with the markdown pricing, and kind of go from there, and what I'm going to price it at, or if I've even looked. Honestly, I haven't even really looked any of these up. I've only done maybe 10 listings so far of everything. But there's so much stuff, this is going to last me at least a month, maybe even longer. I think I'm waiting for 2 more shipments to come to me. So I knew the stuff was coming. I don't know why I didn't think it was going to be as much as it was, because I was sending stuff to them 2 or 3 times a month, and like boxes filled anywhere from like 30 to 50 pounds of stuff. So I got a notification. So in the apartment complex that I live in, they have an Amazon hub. So I got a notification that I had some packages at the hub. So I went to the hub and I saw there were 3 boxes from the Real, and they were like the small little square boxes they send out. No big deal, right? I come in, I'm walking towards my apartment, and there's about 15 boxes stacked outside of my door of all different shapes and sizes. Now, I didn't know they were there. I didn't get any notifications saying that they were there. My poor neighbors must think I have a shopping problem. Can only imagine what they thought. Anyway, so I took all the boxes inside, and I was very safe about it. Like I wore protective gear. I had my mask on. I had gloves on. I also have like a shield. I Lysoled everything. I wiped everything down. I broke down all the boxes. and I took all the bags that everything was in, and I Lysoled them before I even threw them away. I took all the clothes that I could, and I washed them. Now, I don't know if the Real does this or not, but I noticed lots of these pieces here, they seem like they're dry cleaned, because when I sent it, I definitely didn't dry clean, and they have a dry clean pressed look to them, and they also smell really good. So I don't know if it's just in their practices to do that when they receive items. I don't know if they do the same thing when they send them out. I don't know, but everything is now in a giant pile, but everything is clean and doesn't really need to be steamed or anything. But I felt like the stuff that I could wash myself, that I should do that. So that's what I did. These pieces that are in here are dry clean only, so I'm going to steam them, and I'm gonna look at them and see if, if I feel that they need to be dry cleaned. There's other ways for me to do that as well, but we'll figure that out when I cross that bridge. So yeah, I walked into all these boxes, all of these items. It was a little overwhelming at first. I had forgotten about a lot of the stuff that I sent to them and how great it was. So I got really excited. It was like when you go thrifting and you get that thrill. That's what this was like. It was receiving inventory that I forgot I had, and that was just kind of sitting there, and it was going to get marked down so low that I wasn't going to make anything on it. So why don't I try during these times to take all these items and list them myself and see if I can move them. And if in 60 days time or 90 days time, I still haven't been able to move them, then I'm going to send them back in. I might do a little research and see, is it worth it for me to send some items to the Real and send others to ThredUp, because that might be something that I'll explore. I do have a ThredUp Luxe label that I requested. It just came in the other day. So I do have that ready to go. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have to do my research. I'm going to look at this differently than I did the first time around. The first time around, I just kind of was winging it. I'd find good items, I'd send it in. I did some research, but I didn't necessarily dive too deep into it. So this time around, I definitely want to dive deeper. I definitely want to get a better understanding of the pieces and on what platform they do better on. So that's step one before anything else. So what I did last night, just because I felt like I needed to list stuff, because I haven't really been listing too much besides relisting, and all the stuff in my personal closet's already listed. So I took 10 pieces and I researched them all. And I kind of gauged what the pricing would be like, where the market's at right now, and which platforms they should go on. So I listed everything, all those 10 items anyway, on Poshmark. I cross-list everything that's on Poshmark to eBay. So I did that. And then certain pieces I put on Mercari, and then certain pieces I put on Tradesy. So Mercari's fairly new to me. I mean, I have items on there, but I've never made a sale. So, but it doesn't discourage me. Like, it is what it is. Maybe this strategy that I'm coming up with will be helpful. I don't know. So we'll see about that. But certain pieces that I had listed last night that I had on Poshmark were doing amazing on Tradesy. So I'm curious to see how this goes this time around. I wasn't really putting a lot of stuff on Tradesy before, but I think if I'm specifying which pieces I'm putting on there, that will be helpful. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to document this like every week, include their segment in a video about this process and what I'm going through and how I'm doing it. And then maybe have like its own dedicated episodes as well, maybe like a mini series kind of thing, because I think this is something important and something that a lot of people are interested in. I mean, people hear others sending things to the Real, and everyone's always kind of curious like what the process is, and their pricing isn't always great, and sometimes it is worth it for you to sell it on your own, and sometimes it's not. There's so many factors that go into it, and I'll make a dedicated video for the Real, but I figured this is my little introduction that I'm actually taking my inventory out of the Real, and I'm going to house it, and I'm going to try to sell it during this time where we don't know really what's going to happen. It seems silly to me to have hundreds of pieces sitting in a warehouse that are mine that I can request back. So that's why I did it. I didn't have to pay for shipping. There was no shipping cost whatsoever. It's free to ship to the Real, and it was free for them to give it back to me. I don't know if that's the case across the board. That was just my experience. Customer service was wonderful, as they always are, and very understanding. And it came here in 2 days because the warehouse is in New Jersey, so it doesn't take long for it to get up here to Rhode Island, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to tell you about that and like what my process is going to be. So let me show you a few pieces. I don't know where to start. There's like so much stuff. I just don't know where to start. I'll start with this piece I have in my hand. This I found in the New Hampshire Savers. So when I go to the bins in New Hampshire, there's a Savers like 5 minutes away. It's not far at all. And I typically go there when I'm at the bins, which hasn't been in a really long time. I think the last time I was in the bins was... When was the last time I went to the bins? January with Lori and Mira. That was the last time I went to the bins. But the New Hampshire bins, I want to say it was like December or November. It's been a while. So this piece right here, I had found there. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. It's Prada, and it's just, oh wow, that really washed me out, huh? It's a jacket, bolero jacket kind of style, and it's silk, and it's got these pretty little embellishments there. It does have a flaw. The Real still took it. So just because something has a flaw, don't keep it and think that they won't take it, because sometimes they do. That's just my little tidbit. And it's a very small, I think one of the embellishments is missing, and it's in the, I don't even know where it is. But I do know there's an embellishment missing on here, and they still took it. The Real had this priced at $105. So I am going to mimic their pricing on this. I might list a little bit higher on Poshmark. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't researched this enough, but I do know they have this listed at 105. So that kind of gives you an idea of how they price some of their luxury items. So some of you may know, I sold a vintage Christian Dior dress on the Real. That was my big, like, first big flip that I've ever had, and it sold for $1,400. And it was like it was beautiful. It was a maxi dress, but it was like a very basic, cheap feeling, like polyester, no lining, like vintage. Beautiful piece. I would have never thought that it would have sold for $1,400, but it did. Now you've got this evening wear from Prada, and they only had it listed at 105. So I don't know how they gauge their pricing. I don't know if it goes by the frequency that items sell, or the frequency of categories that sell, or if it's based off of when it was produced by the designer. I don't know. But there's got to be multiple factors that go into that pricing, because some of it doesn't make sense to me. Another piece, a lot of this is winter stuff, because that's when a lot of the stuff was sent there. But it's okay. I list winter, spring, summer, fall, year round. It doesn't matter to me. This has a belt that goes with it. I don't know what the belt is, but this is another thing. If you know me, I'm a Max Mara queen. I find it everywhere I go. Here's one of the pieces, and this again, it's a tweed style. It's a jacket. It's not a blazer. It's an actual jacket. It has a belt that goes around, but it's shorter length, and it's beautiful. It's wool, 100% wool, I believe. Let's check real quick. No, it is 60% wool, 20% nylon, 10% alpaca, and 10% mohair. So all wonderful. Oh, here it is. Here's the belt. So this ties around. This was listed on the Real for $145. Look at my notes. $145. I'm probably going to list it around the same price point, maybe a smidge higher. Like I said, gotta do my research. I gotta check and see how they're selling on different platforms. Some of this stuff might actually go in Etsy. I realize some of these pieces that I have are vintage, and I think I should explore that market. It's not going to hurt me to list things on Etsy. I already have an Etsy shop to begin with, and it's not going to hurt to list a couple of these pieces on there and see what happens. right? Let's do another one. I'll do these two. We'll do two tops. So the first top is by Parker, I believe. Let's see. Yes, so this top is by Parker. I typically don't pick up this brand. I think I found this at the bins, which is why I picked that up. Oh, Max Mara. This came from Savers. Yeah, that came from Savers. I want to say I paid $4.49 or $5.49 for that, and I had 20% off. So this is a Parker blouse. It's a little sheer. I don't think you'll be able to pick it up. It's a little sheer, but really pretty pattern. I would wear this if it was my size. I'd wear it to work. But this was, I think, priced at $50 on the Real, and it was marked down to 70% off. So that's why this came back to me. I don't know what I'm going to price this at because I don't really sell Parker. I just happened to find it at the bins, so I sent it in because it didn't cost me anything. Another piece here is by Rag & Bone. And this is a knit sweater. It's actually really pretty. I like the little crocheted detailing on here, and the colors are really pretty. Anyway, that's this. This is see-through. You can't tell, but it is. It's see-through, I promise. This was priced at $50 as well. A lot of these pieces were priced at $50, and I want to say it was 60% off. It was 60% off. I found this at Savers as well. I paid $3.99 for it. So I'm just going to list it and see what happens. I do have some shoes in this bin right here. I'll show you a couple pairs of shoes. And then I think I'm going to wrap it up because there's really not much else to say. If I sit here for 2 hours and show you all this stuff, I think you're going to be a little bored and you're going to stop watching. Or maybe you'll love it and you'll keep watching. I don't know. But I don't want to sit here for 2 hours and go through hundreds of pieces. That's just the reality of it because I should be listing. These right here, these are really cute. They're Stuart Weitzman. I can't sell Stuart Weitzman to save my life. I've stopped picking it up. It's just not worth it to me. But the pieces that I did have, I sent to the Real, and there's, I think I have 4 Stuart Weitzman shoes that are left that didn't sell. I probably sent them 20 pairs. 25 pairs, and those have all sold, but these few that are left in here, I'll just sell myself. But how cute are these? They're leopard. I really thought they would sell. And they're in perfect condition. What size is it? They're a 5.5. That's why they haven't sold. It's a very difficult size to sell. It's a very, well, there is a flaw. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. There's a little flaw right there. That's why they haven't sold. They're 5.5. 5.5, so it's a hard size. It's like a specialty size. It's not as common. Just like a size or 11 or 12 in women's isn't as common. Yeah. By the way, this is all clean. I've cleaned everything. So if I'm touching my face, it's fine. I cleaned everything. Promise. And it's been sitting for almost 3 days. Okay. Next shoe. This was a Savers find. Okay, so my phone completely ran out of storage and interrupted my recording. So there's that. I guess I need more storage. Anyway, here's the next pair of shoes. These are Gucci. I was surprised these didn't sell. Maybe because it was out of season, which is probably what it was. But they are in perfect condition. Besides the sole, I mean, they're in really, really good condition. And they're a cute little sandal. It's got like this little leather croc look to it. Ankle strap. They're size 8.5, so they are a good size. The Real had these listed at $175, I think. And they got marked down to 70% off. So I pulled them and said, no, give them back to me, please. I will sell those myself. And I'll put them on all platforms. And yeah, there's a lot of other stuff. There's some boots, there's jeans, a lot of Current Elliott, a lot of Rag & Bone. There is Lafayette 148, there's more Prada, there's more Max Mara, there's Mother jeans, there's all different kinds of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to end this here because I really can't go through all of this stuff, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I did pull my inventory on the Rail, and I am going to be listing it myself, and I am going to take you guys along on that journey to kind of see what's happening with it. Is it moving better now that I'm selling it myself? Do I need to send it back? What am I seeing out there? What trends am I seeing? So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Super informal, clearly. Look at me. I've got my Rhode Island College psychology shirt on, my Patriots hat, and I'm just hanging out, just having a good time. Anyway, so I will see you guys in my next video next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Be there, and I'll just see you then. Bye.